Hello everybody, Happy New Year and welcome to week 3 of the BFL. Our first game here is going to be the Dallas Marshals and they're going to Kansas City to take on the Kansas City Scouts. Here on this third down here, Pat Kane throws it right over the defender's head to get to Corey Fitzgerald. That'll be his first touchdown of the game. After a Kansas City stop, they get right back into the red zone. Pat Kane looking for Corey Fitzgerald again, and he gets his second touchdown of the day right before halftime there. Easy touchdown for these two, and the Marshals needed this one in the worst way as they started out this game 0-2 of the season. But they take a big lead there, 14-7. But after this play, this is going to turn 21-7 as Keenan Preston gets a lane and goes untouched for about 80 yards right into the end zone. A touchdown for the old timer. But he gets a touchdown there and it becomes 21-7 to get a field goal later on in the game. But Andy Hewitt and company gives it to Vasco Laurent. And Vasco Laurent breaks a tackle. And then he uses his speed and his legs and also his strength there to get a touchdown. Unfortunately for them, they were chasing the whole game. And then after this play right here, third down, just under 2 minutes left, Kane finds Tony Chrisman wide open, and that one seals the game there. Just a bomb touchdown there from Tony Chrisman. Easy touchdown. I mean, he was wide naked open. And the Marshals will take their first victory here in Kansas City. And they go 1-2. And also the Kansas City Scouts go 1-2 as well.
The away team, 31, the home team, 23.
I had to pull out the epic music for this one as the Atlanta Bullets travel to LA in the Coliseum against the 1-0 Gold. Here, D. Singleton dropping back, but he does a little bootleg, goes into the end zone for it. His first of many touchdowns today. It's tied 7-7 here. Singleton getting pressure, moves off to the left, throws it right to Bird, and Bird will take this all the way to the house. He will get tackled by Williams, but it's too little too late. He goes into the end zone for a touchdown. And now it is 14-7. The LA Gold are not finished yet. Singleton moves a man in motion here on a 1st and 10, throws it right to Brad Emanuel, and Brad Emanuel showing why he got the Supermax contract, 5 years on a gold contract. He scores a touchdown there. He's an interception machine, and now it is 24-7 here late in the second quarter here in the first half. D. Singleton suffered an injury, but he would come back, but that doesn't mean anything for Mo Quinn, who got drafted this year, and he gets his sack. D. Singleton, later on in the game, throws a floater to Keith Manning, and he gets the first down. Big first down for them. They needed that in the worst way. Here, later on here in the third quarter, later in the drive, Singleton looking, scrambling. He finds a lane wide open, and he goes in for his second rushing touchdown of the day. He's been responsible for 4 touchdowns here. But here we go. Here's Sheldon Massey, the Season 4 Rookie of the Year. Breaks one tackle down the sidelines, off to the left. There's nobody next to him, and he will score a touchdown for the offense. 31-17. Singleton not done yet. Scrambling off to the left hash. That's all he's been doing today. And he's down the field at the 30. Going inside of the red zone here to get the first down. Here we go. 1st and goal at the 9. He's scrambling off to the left, and he gets his 3rd rushing touchdown of the day. Ties a BFL record for rushing touchdowns by quarterbacks. Here's Nate Whitman. Throws it to Sheldon Massey. He gets the first down, but he fumbled the ball, and then it gets picked up by Rennick. JJ Rennick is going to run it all the way down into the end zone, and it was a touchdown. It tied the game at 31 with that return for a touchdown. Unbelievable after everything that happened, and they only tie the game. But there, Kalani Field kicks a field goal there to make it 34-31, but they left too much time on the field. D. Singleton, the Littman, gets a first down. dropping back, gives it to Wicks off the draw. He gets the first down. They got 20 seconds left. They were looking ready for a field goal. Singleton off the right side, and he got Jermaine Price, the rookie, for a game-sealing touchdown. It was 38-34. What a game by the Atlanta Bullets. They could not believe it. After all the turnovers, after everything that happened, the Atlanta Bullets got one turnover for a touchdown, and it changed the game. The final play, Whitman, he fumbles the ball, and Sparks picks it up. It's a game winner, and the Bullets somehow, someway survived that game, 38-34, and they get their first win of the season. The Detroit Demons travel to New York to try to get their first win of the season here. In New York, the game starts off 7-0. And here in the second quarter, Lance Shutt looking, scrambling off to the right, looking for Sam Walter, the retiring wide receiver, and he gets the first down. Sam Walter started his career in New York back in season 2, and it leads to a Tamarick Clay touchdown. But the Jays were not done. They wanted to score again. Throws it high to Jason Blake. Jason Blake looks like Adams had the ball there, and it gets tipped up and intercepted by Owens. That led to another red zone opportunity for Lance Shutt and company. Shutt looking back, got time, throws it right to Sam Walter, and he scores on his old team. Gets a touchdown there, easy touchdown. It looks like nice little route. Cuts up field, gets a big touchdown, and then gloats right in front of the fans there. They are not happy with that one. Blake and company inside, 4th and goal here, looking, trying to get it to the end zone, gives it to Jones, and they tie the game at 14. The Jays not out of this one yet. But here it goes. Another goal line situation here for the Demons, and Shutt will dive into the end zone for a touchdown there. And Shutt's not really the scrambling kind, but he got enough to score. Nice little squirt dive there. He gets into the end zone for a touchdown, and it is now 21-14. 4th and 1 here. Another 4th down situation for Jason Blake and the team. Making adjustments there on the line, dropping back, looking. He throws it to his wide open man, but doesn't put enough on it. That was his tight end and couldn't get it in. Turnover on downs. The play immediately afterwards, Clay is going to put the nail on the coffin on this game. He takes this one 89 yards all the way into the end zone for a touchdown. And Tamarick Clay getting 200 yards off that carry and 2 touchdowns. He was our player of the game. A late game touchdown, but ended this game. And the Detroit Demons will win this one 28-21. And their first win of the season. Here we got the Oakland Grizzlies heading off to Mountaintop Stadium to take on the Denver Dynamo. And let me tell you, this first play set the tone for the day. Luke McCoy, he takes a whopping hit by Warren. He even recovers his own fumble. What a hit for that first drive. Warren there goes in, just mollywops him right there to get that ball. But they only get 3 points out of it. McCoy looking, throws it to Jed Cornell, and Jed Cornell, he loves those halfback screens, and he's gonna get some great yardage to get to striking distance there. 1st and 10 here. McCoy looking, he's got Nelson in his sights. He throws a deep ball there. It's bobbled, but it's caught over Brandon Gill. And what an amazing touchdown that was. Luke McCoy staying poised in the pocket and scoring a big touchdown there from Sam Nelson, also formerly from New York. McCoy dropping back again after a stop, looking, throws it to Tariq Jammer, and he holds onto it. He tries to get him out of bounds, but it was unsuccessful. He scores another touchdown. Now it's 14-3, and you would think after this high-powered offense that we've seen from Ricky Bledsoe in his team, where is the offense? And there it is. Rocco Fannin caught the ball, and he can't catch him. He's just that fast. He was that fast in NFL Europe, and he's still that fast now, man. He is such a great threat. Not only in the middle of the field, but on the deeper end of the field. Of course, last time he had 3 touchdowns last week. 3 receiving touchdowns, and it ain't no different. I believe that was his 5th of the season. McCoy trying to respond here on 3rd and 16. Looking, takes a hit, but it is intercepted by Brandon Gill, the man who just got a touchdown scored on him, but he's not going to go out like that. Ricky Bledsoe in the red zone, throws it to Quandre Stevenson. He gets it inside the 5. And the Dynamo have just enough time to get a field goal right before halftime. It's 13-14. They get the ball here in the second half, go right into the red zone, and Lamar Harrison will power his way into the end zone for a touchdown to finally take the lead here. And they will go for 2 to try to even up the scoring here, as it is 19-14, and it will get tipped off of Carl Van Dyke's hands right into Rocco Fannin, and he scores the 2-point conversion for them. Is there anything he can't do? After a touchdown by Oakland, Rose gets the return, and he's going to take this all the way down the field for a touchdown, a kick return for a touchdown there. I believe that was 100 yards going down the field there, and Rose will score to keep the distance. 28-31 here. McCoy looking, throws it deep, but it goes and it gets picked up by Brandon Gill, and that will have ended the game. Gill returns this one all the way down the field, and that one looks like it's the end of the game. Brandon Gill, he got 2 interceptions today. What a big day for him. And just to put the frosting on top of the cake, he throws it to Carl Van Dyke. It redeems himself after that 2-point conversion. Gets a touchdown there, and that would solidify and end the game there. 38-28. Ricky Bledsoe having one hell of a season, though. He's got 8 touchdowns, no INTs, and almost 1,000 yards in this season. And with that spectacular performance, the Denver Dynamo will end up 2-1 on the season. A beautiful night game here for the Orlando Knight Riders, who are 0-2, who are looking to beat the Miami Cyclones. And when it comes to the night games, they love to wear those beautiful Knight Riders night black uniforms. Man, I had to show them off. They're one of my favorite uniforms, man. So Kenny Harrison here in the first quarter, looking to throws. He has Jonathan Pritchett for a touchdown there. Easy touchdown, nice little reel route there. The Orlando Knight Riders has had some bad luck, but they're looking to change it today, man. Throws it right to Jonathan Pritchett. Kenny Harrison, he's having a semi-decent season so far, but it's early in the season. Johnson looking, but he gets sacked there, and that ends up being a 4th down, and they end up getting the stop there on defense. So they get the ball back here, 1st and 10 here at the 12-yard line, and he gives it to BB Cash down the field, and there's nothing but green in front of him, and he will take that one 88 yards into the end zone for a TD. The Knight Riders try to respond here, trying to take the lead back. Harrison throws it into coverage and is picked off by TJ Siegel, another corner that they paid big money for. Here comes Rex Johnson here, 3rd and 2, looking, throws it right to Desmond Riley. Dakota is his brother, who plays for Ohio. But he gives it to Desmond Riley, he gets the 1st down, throws it right down the middle to Antonio Garcia, one of the best tight ends in the league. Does a play action fake here at the 3-yard line, gets sacked, so they're gonna have to just resort to a field goal, and now it is 10-7 for Miami. So fast forward again, Kenny Harrison here in the 3rd quarter throws it to, I believe that was Parker, and he got the touchdown there. Great job there by Parker, keeping his feet in bounds into the end zone. Patrick Parker, I believe he is a rookie, kept his feet in bounds. Big touchdown there for them. Very, very questionable, since we didn't have that much evidence in the way. But here comes Rex Johnson giving it to Young, but Rex Johnson, he got injured, and it ended up being a strained PCL. He's out for 2 weeks. So enter Nate Tanner. They get down the field there, throws it to Garcia, and he gets into the end zone for a touchdown. That is Nate Tanner's first professional touchdown here in the BFL. Harrison with a play action fake here, throws it right to Patrick Parker again, getting into enemy territory here in the 4th quarter. Harrison dropping back, looking, throws it right to his main man, Devontae Pritchett, as they add 5 more yards to that. And it's a 1st and goal. 1st and goal here. Looking, dropping back. He's looking for Schultz. Schultz, the rookie, can't hold on to it. And this one was the biggest play of the night. Here he goes. A nice solid run to Pritchard. He takes a solid hit from Ed Hale, the rookie linebacker, and he takes the biggest hit of the year. Fumbles the ball, and they get the ball back. I believe that was Austin Pleasant who got the recovery. Tanner. Crucial third down, and he gives it to Matt Nash, and he gets the first down. And that would be enough after this run here by Young. Young gets the first down, and that was enough to end the game there. And the Miami Cyclones with Nate Tanner as their backup, who will have to back up their next game in week 6 and survive against their crosstown rivals 17-14. For our final game, we got the Carolina Kings traveling all the way to Toronto for Toronto's first home game. And Tyrone Hastings here, not to disappoint, trying to get their first home game win in franchise history. Yes, this team in Toronto is 0-7 at home. So Hastings rolling out to the right. He's got Tony McDaniel wide open, takes the catch, takes a big hit as well. And the old man gets a touchdown. He is 35 years old, still making it happen. Later on, Hastings taking a sack from Benjamin Dexter, the number 2 pick, sacking the number 1 pick. Hastings gonna make up for that though. He goes down the sidelines and gets about a 17-yard gain to make it 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2. Hastings dropping back, gonna scramble this time on the left hash. Goes down the field, breaks 1 tackle, and then makes it all the way inside the 10-yard line, man. His rushing ability is insane. So here we go, 2nd and goal. We speed up after a play. Hastings dropping back, throws it to the corner, gets tipped, but then Vickers still has the awareness to catch the ball. And that is why this team is very, very threatening when it comes to the playoff race, man, because this team can make things happen. They're very young, and they got their veterans there. And the crowd is going wild. They've never seen their team win here at home. But here comes Damian Kelly trying to change that. He moves off to the right after getting the ball from the left. And there he goes. Down to 30, down to 20, inside the 10. He's not going to get caught. He gets another kick return for a touchdown. He is a legend at that. Hastings dropping back here. Has to throw it off his back foot, and it gets picked off by Season 4 Defensive Player of the Year, Ronyell Reed. 3rd and goal after the interception. Griffith throws it to Damian Kelly, but he's short, doesn't clear to the end zone. 4th and goal here. Griffith looking. He's got a wide open man and Rocky Humphrey, but he takes a big hit and it's turnover on downs. Here comes Hastings once again. And once again, he's just going to keep running with those beautiful gold on gold uniforms for their first home game. He gets the first down. It led to a field goal there. And Rob Griffith trying to make it down the field here with under 2 minutes left, gives it to Marvin McComas, formerly of the Atlanta Bullets. Here comes O'Neal. He gets the first down. And now it's another goal-to-go situation. And this time on 1st and goal, Rocky Humphrey pounds it in and makes it 14-17. 45 seconds left here in the first half. Throws it deep down the field to Tony McDaniel, and the 35-year-old still can make spectacular receptions. 3rd and goal, and Zeke Crawford gets hit right behind the line. So they go for it on 4th and goal here. Very, very risky play here, and they give it to Vickers for a touchdown to be up by 10 at halftime. And that was very, very risky. They could have took the 3 there and been up by 6, but they said, no, no, no. We know how dangerous this team is. And we're going to go and get the 10 points. Here we go. Hastings looking again. Here in the 3rd quarter, they got the ball back, and Hastings breaks a tackle and gets extra yardage for the first down, man. And when you talk about Rookie of the Year, you might be thinking of Tyrone Hastings. And speaking of Rookie of the Year, oh, he tries to go for the sneak there. 4th and goal. They're going for it again here on 4th down. He had his match here. He had his selection if he wanted to run it or not. Gave it to Mathis for a touchdown, but it gets called back for holding, and the fans don't like that one, so they have to settle for 3. 27-14 here. Griffith dropping back to pass here. Got good protection, but it gets tipped away by the linebacker, and they have to punt the ball away again. A drive later, Griffith, he got sacked by Kevin Forbes, and they had to punt the ball away there. Hastings throws it to Vickers. Once again, his main tight end. And they're getting almost inside the 20, and they do. Crawford. Oh my goodness, what a boom inside the end zone. He was stuck there on the line at the 2-yard line until finally he broke free and got into the end zone. But look at this, Zeke Crawford, he had nowhere to go at first, but then he just has that extra power to get into the end zone. And that would end the game there. After a game-sealing score, they win the game 34-14, and their first win at home in franchise history. Is it for week number 3. We've had some exciting games this week, man. But here are our standings after week 3. Revolution are up on top at 3-0. The Bulldogs are going to be right behind them at 2-0. The 2-1 teams, we have 4 of them: the Cyclones, Dragons, Dynamo, and surprisingly, the Toronto Golden Owls, who were 1-13 last season. They end up with their season high already at 2-1. 1-1 teams, we got the Gold and the Scouts because they had their bye weeks already. For the 1-2 teams, we've got about 6 of them: the Marshals, Kings, Jays, Grizzlies, Demons, and Bullets, all going to be trying to avoid 1-3 next week, as some of them do play against each other. And then at 0-3, at a lowly 0-3, we got the Orlando Knight Riders, who just can't seem to get it together, especially on defense. Here are our passing leaders in yards. We got Luke McCoy at 969, almost passing the 1,000-yard threshold. We got our early MVP favorite, Ricky Bledsoe, on 927 yards with 8 touchdowns. Also, another early MVP favorite is Anthony Vales with 800 yards and 10 touchdowns, 2 INTs. Rex Johnson, who is going to be injured after the next 2 games, well, the next 2 weeks. He's 8 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, and he won't be playing for the week. I believe this is going to be a week 6 game against the week 5 game against the Marshals, so he will be out because of the injury he suffered in the game against the Knight Riders. D. Singleton has the most picks at 6, and Pat Kane is doing well as well. We got some Russian quarterbacks at the bottom. We got Jason Blake, Rashard Murphy, not doing well on the passing, but as you can see in the run game, they're going to be up here as well. So for the run game, we got Zeke Crawford. He has 300 yards and 5 touchdowns, man. He is doing so well. This is very rare that we see him up here, but he has had a renaissance over there in Toronto. We have Turmeric Clay. He has 5 touchdowns. Lamar Harrison, 4 touchdowns. Tyrone Hastings, he is our leading quarterback rusher. We got Jason Blake, Jet Cornell, Jean Baptiste, and then Rashard Murphy. He has 2 rushing touchdowns as a quarterback. For receiving, we got DeAndre Lane up there. He has 5 receiving touchdowns. Between him and BB Cash, it's going to be crazy seeing who gets the best wide receiver award. And they are miles ahead of any other touchdown leader. Also, Rocco Fannin as well. Rocco Fannin has 5 touchdowns. He had 3 touchdowns last week, and he got another 2 touchdowns during the season. He's at 5 right now. And then they are just above and beyond the others. Corey Fitzgerald has 3. Tariq Jammer has 3. He's been a great receiver for them. A lot of guys at 3, and then we go down to 2. So these guys are definitely fighting for who's going to be the best wide receiver this season. But BB Cash already with early MVP votes because of that one game with 5 touchdowns, but he has to keep it up. For defense, we got a lot of guys at 3 sacks here, but Kevin Forbes, man, what a performance from him last for this week. He got 2 sacks that day. John Hahn got a sack this week as well. A lot of guys at 3. For our interception leaders, we got Brandon Gill, who got 2 INTs this week. He's doing exceptionally well, along with Means. He got 2 INTs the week prior. A lot of guys here, but interceptions, 5 in total for the top 2 guys here in Denver. So that is it for week 3. We're going to continue on with week 4. Our schedule here is going to be right up on the screen. The Cyclones, thankfully, because of their injury, they have a bye week. So that's going to be good for the Cyclones. But our next game of the week is going to be the Dynamo and the Night Riders. And we might slot something else, maybe, probably for the new year, but I don't really know. We'll see when we get to it. Thank you guys for all the likes and everything, and we're gonna keep this going until week 15 to our season finale. Hope to see you there, and we'll see you in the next week of BFL football.